Zack Ryder finally gets his United States Championship match against Dolph Ziggler. There's a triple threat tables, ladders, and chairs match set for TLC, and Mr. John Laurinaitis is now Mr. Excitement. Alright guys, so in case you missed it, this week's episode of Monday Night Raw was busy in terms of setting up for the tables, ladders, and chairs pay-per-view in 2 weeks. The show kicked off. Cena came out with his same old, love me, hate me, hot garbage that he always does with the crowd. Then Alberto Del Rio comes out, says last week he was robbed, he deserves another title shot. Then out comes Dolph Ziggler, who said he's going to be the first United States and WWE champion. It says that he deserves the next title shot. Then The Miz comes out, reminds everyone how he's taken out Truth and Morrison, and he's on a roll right now, and he deserves a shot. And then John Laurinaitis, he comes out, says that they're each going to face a superstar from SmackDown. If they win, they advance to the title match at TLC. The first match of the night was The Miz taking on Randy Orton. Orton dominated for the majority of the match. Then Wade Barrett's music hits. He ran out, and Orton chased him back all the way up to the stage. He got counted out. Miz wins. Miz advances to the championship match. After the match, Orton started to go back to the ring. Wade Barrett came from behind and attacked him, and building up the Wade Barrett versus Randy Orton feud. Nothing's been confirmed for TLC yet, but I feel you have to think that something is going to come up on SmackDown probably this Friday. I like this feud in the sense that Wade Barrett has been on a roll, the whole Barrett barrage. He's coming up, he's going main event, and I think this feud with Randy Orton is really going to put him over to that main event status. And Wade Barrett, he's going to continue to roll until I've always felt that Barrett deserves to be World Heavyweight Championship, or at least main event caliber. And I just love that he's now getting there with the whole Barrett barrage. Next, we have a couple backstage segments. Laurinaitis set up the social experiment with John Cena, and he put up Cena against Zack Ryder. Cena won. He got into the WWE Championship match at TLC. If Ryder won, he got his United States Championship match against Dolph Ziggler at TLC. And also, Kevin Nash is backstage with Otunga, and it was announced that he had a match tonight. First time he was in action for a long time. And that match was later on. I'm just going to get to it now because it was really quick. But that match was a squash match. Squash match. It was a killer, let's put it that way. Against Santino Marella. Kevin Nash just killed him with the big boot, jackknife. It was over like that. And it was announced Kevin Nash will take on Triple H at TLC in a ladder match, but hanging on top of that ladder is a jackhammer, and whoever retrieves it first can use it however long he wants to, or viciously he wants to. Triple H is not at Raw, but the storyline said he was getting cleared by doctors. He will be back soon. Our next match saw Alberto Del Rio take on Mr. Money in the Bank, Daniel Bryan, and Daniel Bryan was taped up. They were selling his injury from the World's Strongest Slam from SmackDown last week, and it was a decent match. In the end, Daniel Bryan tapped out to the cross-arm breaker. Del Rio advances to the title match at TLC. So far, CM Punk will take on The Miz and Alberto Del Rio in the title match at TLC. both men, The Miz and Del Rio, won to advance. Now we have John Cena taking on Zack Ryder in the social experiment, and it was it was actually a good match. It really was. It was Zack Ryder dominated for majority of the match. Then Cena came back with his 5 moves of doom, kind of, and Ryder kind of came back. It was one of those, little back and forths at the end. Cena ended up hitting an attitude adjustment on Ryder to pick up the victory and advance to the title match. After the match, Cena was helping up Ryder, and Ryder was kind of mad. He kind of pushed him off. It was, saying, "That was my only shot, bro." And Cena went backstage, talked to Lauren Nice, tried to get Ryder another chance, and Lauren Nice said he will give Ryder another shot at the title if Cena gave up his title match at TLC. Cena gave it up, and Ryder took on Mark Henry next. If he won, he got his U.S. title match. And it was no DQ. Cena came in, hit an attitude adjustment, and Ryder won, and will take on Dolph Ziggler for the United States Championship at TLC. This whole thing that happened with Cena and Ryder basically was to get Cena over with the fans, because he's been getting booed for obvious reasons recently, and I think WWE, they're really afraid of what's going to happen at WrestleMania, how badly Cena's going to get booed, and they try to have him help Ryder to kind of get him over more, and that's not going to work. I think unless they change Cena, heel turn, whatever, they change him in some way, he's going to keep getting booed. And I mean, who knows, maybe they will change him. I just think they're afraid to, because he's the guy, the role model, and I don't really see it happening, and I hope it does, but I don't know. Dolph Ziggler's match was up next. He took on Sheamus to try and get in that title match with Punk, Miz, and Del Rio. Sheamus was dominating. Ziggler threw Sheamus into the post, and then Zack Ryder's music hit. He came running out to the bottom of the stage, bottom of the ramp. Ziggler got distracted. He turns around right into a bro kick, and Sheamus picked up the win. So Dolph Ziggler is not in the WWE title match. He will face Zack Ryder for the U.S. title. Then Zack Ryder went in and hit Ziggler with the Rough Rider. And it just seems to me like they're really building up this feud now with Ryder and Ziggler. And, before, when Ryder took on Ziggler, they didn't really build it up enough. And, everyone wanted Ryder to win, and it was just kind of obvious that Ziggler was going to win. But now I'm thinking, they had Ziggler compete to be in the title match, and he beat Orton, and he's been on a roll, and they changed his theme, which I love, by the way, and I really think Zack Ryder's gonna pull it off. He's gonna get his United States Championship, and Dolph Ziggler's gonna go to bigger and better things at main event level, because it's both their times. It's a win-win situation. All right, so to end the show, we had the contract signing for the WWE Championship match at TLC, CM Punk versus The Miz versus Alberto Del Rio. John Laurinaitis announced it would be under tables, ladders, and chairs circumstances, stipulations, and I found the whole segment hysterical, to be honest with you. It was just Punk, Punk comes out, everyone's in the ring, Punk comes out, starts moving the table, and he was like, "Oh, this is gonna end in a fight anyway." They always do. And Laurinaitis is like, "No, it's not gonna happen. I'm here." And Punk said, "You're not exciting. You're not this." And Laurinaitis, he was like, "Oh, I'm all about excitement. I'm Mr. Excitement." And I found that hysterical. I don't know. I found it really funny, and Punk was talking, and he kind of made fun of Del Rio for, not made fun of, but say he pinned Del Rio last week, and Miz lost the Survivor Series, and Miz cut in and said, let's talk about what I've done since Survivor Series, and taking out Truth, taking out Morrison, and when he mentioned Morrison, Lauren Nice looked at the camera, was like, "Oh, I wish John Morrison best of luck in his future endeavors." And I just found the whole thing kind of funny. And then basically Miz and Del Rio said, no matter what, Punk's not gonna walk out champion. They signed. They had a group photo which was hysterical. Lauren Nice is smiling, Miz is right there, just kind of doing this, and Del Rio's got his fists up, and Punk's just standing out there, just like, come on, like, what are we doing? And Punk just said, alright, it's not gonna happen, I guess you just gotta make it happen. Hits Miz, starts going after Del Rio, ends up Punk bulldogs Del Rio through the table, and hits a GTS on Miz to end the show. And that sets up the title match. For one, I don't see CM Punk losing at TLC. To be honest with you, I really don't see him losing the title until WrestleMania. But especially just setting up, Miz and Del Rio gonna work together and make sure, that storyline, they always turn on each other, and the other guy ends up always winning. It just seems kind of predictable to me. Overall, I felt it was a really good show. 8 matches, couple promos, really set up for TLC. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down there. Hit the subscribe button. Follow me on Twitter. Tweet me. I'll tweet you back. I really want to hear from you guys. And like this video if you want to see more. And I'll be back for SmackDown. And remember, the Slammies next week on Raw starts at 8 o'clock. Vote for CM Punk for Superstar of the Year. No Cena, no Mark Henry, no Orton. CM Punk. It's the year of the Punk.